What's going on, guys? Culprit here, and welcome to my Season 2 of Prison Architect. I know a lot of you guys have hopefully been waiting for this. Last time I did a season was about a year ago, and this was easily one of my favorite games of 2013, and I just really enjoy it. It's kind of flips the script a little bit. Usually you're used to kind of breaking into these fortresses and things, and if you've watched my Timber and Stone, it kind of plays a little bit like where I build this city and fort, and I keep the bad guys out. Obviously here in Prison Architect you do the opposite. You know, build this fort, but you keep the bad guys in, and it's a subtle little difference. It's a large fundamental difference, but it just makes the game intriguing to me, and it's like balance when I'm playing all the other games. Now, I haven't gotten back to this game in a long time because, you know, I just got caught up on other games, and then obviously life got crazy. I didn't play many games at all, but I've always been keeping attention to this. It's been one of the best kind of early access games. I don't know if it was someone who was kickstarted or not, because somebody told me in the comments if you know. They update once a month, basically, with a new build, and this is Alpha 25, I believe, the most recent build. I always watch the videos every month and see, is there enough for me to go back on? And there's been a couple where I've been interested, but this month I was like, yeah, I want to go back, because basically what they did is they really upped the difficulty. And if you watch my Season 1, I had a really successful prison. I did pretty well, high efficiency, high, prisoner rating, I guess, or, their needs were all met and stuff. I didn't really have too many problems, and that kind of was the problem. The end game was lacking. I'm an efficiency buff. You're not going to see a pretty prison. You're going to see a lot of symmetry. You're going to see a lot of focus on prisoner flow and things. And how can I make them, work the best? But now they've really turned up the knobs and kind of raised the difficulty. So if you haven't watched that video yet, go and check out their video. It does a better job of talking about it. Now, I will talk about it as I go through, because there's plenty of new considerations now when I build a prison. But let me just say before everything that just because I've done a season before and I had a very successful prison in that and we had a good time, I am very much a noob right now. A lot of things I've forgotten, tips and tricks. I should have probably gone back and watched a little bit of my videos, but I didn't do that because sometimes I like to kind of rediscover the game, and a lot has changed. Fundamentally, a lot has changed. There's been at least good 10 updates to this game that I haven't played. I haven't done armed guards. I haven't done all the schooling, the rehabilitation stuff. I haven't done clearly the armory and stuff. I haven't done now the contrabands throwing over the wall. I haven't done that now, the new random prisoners that are the most recent update. And there's many other things too. So things I'm going to have to acquaint myself to, and you guys can help me that in the comments. Always looking for feedback. I would welcome that very much. What I did do is I did just kind of get myself familiarized again with the controls and things. I went in, planned out a rough sketch of the prison I want to start out with. Now, you guys can see here, I'll zoom out. You can see it is pretty large. I'm using all my footprint. Now, one of the things I wasn't worried about in the previous build was space. Space seems rather abundant. It was particularly easy to buy this extra space out here. Wow, I just zoomed out quite a bit. I hope that hasn't changed, because I've gone with that fundamental thought process of space isn't that big a deal. I want to have space in my prison to kind of minimize friction between prisoners, obviously. The general principle here is this is long hallway. This is either going to be what, like, really kind of I apologize if that's like skipping. It's almost like frames. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. My frames seem fine. I don't know if the game itself is lagging, but I'll look into that if it's not scrolling so nicely for you guys. This main hallway here, this is basically the artery of the prison, and I just did that because I had this little concept, this mirrored image. Obviously, I told you I like symmetry and things. Now, you're not seeing symmetry here, but you clearly can see how it's going to work. Now, the idea here is this is going to be kind of my normal normal security prison. That's how we're going to start. We're going to get the ball rolling. We're going to get some income in, hopefully become profitable, obviously get all the grants we can. A lot of new grants now this time around too as well. I might have to learn those as we go. So I'm a guy with a little bit of familiarity, obviously, with this game. I had plenty of hours in it before, but again, very much relearning the game. But you can see here, a very big, simple premise. So let me go on the gate. Obviously, fenced-in gate. That's new too. I don't think the road gates were quite in when I played last time. Maybe they just were in. But you see the opening here. I've got very basic stuff. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna play around with this. I like to work with the efficiencies of deliveries and exports and things. So a lot of this may change, and that's why you see here I have the basic footprint of the offices here. Again, I'm not 100% sure how many offices I will need, so that's something I'm gonna have to play with. But I left myself some space here. It's a big. This would theoretically, there's gonna be a fence all the way around the edge. There's gonna be an outer wall here. This is all like long-term, ideal situations. But not meaning that I'm gonna build this initially right away. And then this will be a normal kind of concrete wall. We're gonna have offices in here for all the people we need. See utilities up here. This will be power. This will be water. And the idea is run it down here and then down the main artery second batch down here because I'm sure I'll need it with these huge kitchens. And then, access hallways and things. The idea is they bring the prisoners in, and once they get kind of past this airlock here, they are in the prisoner area. You're in the prison. This is more administrative. I even thought about, potentially buying this property over here and moving all this stuff over to this side if I need. That could be kind of interesting. We'll see as we go down that road. But the main, obviously, the big main focal point of this prison here is going to be the canteen and the kitchens. Now, multiple kitchens, I'm told, and canteens don't seem to work well. So I'm leery of this. I've never had any experience with that. That could really kind of mess this prison up. But there's really one way to learn. And I really, really wanted 2 canteens. Basically what I want to do is I want to split maximum security and normal security. I want to split it right down the middle, quite literally. That's what I've done here. This will be normal security, and then I will, in essence, almost mirror everything down here for maximum security. And now that they've introduced Supermax, and then even protective custody, I will be doing, that's another thing, snitches and stuff, I haven't played with that, obviously. Buy this property over here and kind of facilitate that over here with Supermax and protective custody eventually down the road. There's going to be probably many versions of temporary builds all over the place, but I'd like to have a grand scheme idea, long-term blueprint set up, and that's what we did here. So here, let's just walk you through this. This will be the kitchen. I think this should be enough. Again, I think the efficiency of the kitchens have changed. So again, I'm just gonna learn as I go here, have things kind of laid out based on my previous experience, but that could be totally wrong now. So we'll have to only find out. If you guys see errors, again, let me know. These here will be back-to-back serving table. I don't necessarily have to have all these in the beginning. I'll build up to it. Tons of tables and benches around here. Space along the outer side for phone booths and maybe some TVs, things like that. These little cubbies here are bathrooms. I may add more, may add less. This little room here is a staff room. I gave the bare minimum on that. I hate that thing. Unless it's become more important again. This here is kind of a utility closet. I probably will use it as my cleaning closet initially, but I can hack away at this if I need. Like, so let's say I need another, this is going to be visitation right here. If I need another visitation room or two, I can just kind of steal from this room as I need. I also thought it was a decent idea to have the cleaning closet right off the canteen, because that's often the messiest room in the prison. So, and it's also where prisoners can go and work. That's important to me, because again, if you see after this airlock, I don't want any access for the prisoners to this artery. The only access here, these will all be staff doors. This will probably be a jail door with a guard in here to let the public in. This may change. I might move this airlock over here. I might just add an airlock. I don't know. I haven't quite decided. We'll have to pay attention to that. These are all going to be staff doors here. The prisoners will come in. The guards will bring them. Again, I apologize for the choppiness. And this will be the main entrance right here. There'll be obviously guards. There'll be metal detectors. There'll be trash bins. There'll get contraband, all that stuff. Probably dog patrol in this area somewhere. They'll bring the prisoners in. This is going to be the holding cell. You can probably recognize this. This is going to be solitary. This is kind of my utility block here. This here will be my laundry. So we can bring the holding prisoners into the holding cell if needed. And then this is obviously the yard. I'm not crazy about this, and I'll get into that probably when I build it. And then these are up here, this one's just kind of skeleton. This is going to be the main cell block. There's 100 cells in here, so this will probably be where we're focused on. Makes really good sense because it lines right up with the canteen, and that's going to get us started. And then from there, I'm going to kind of just build on as we go. Again, I have space in here for another 100 cells if I need. I will make this last because I'd like to keep this open, keep this utility, because I am going to have to fit in, obviously, as I spoke about, workshops. I'm going to have to fit in classrooms and things like that. Things I'm not so sure, an infirmary. I don't have those yet. I have to get grants and I have to unlock them through research. I have to fit these things in. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do that yet. So I want this kind of as my area. I might even just kind of have a hallway here, and then have these rooms this way. Because what I want basically is the basic way to think of it is this is the staff a guard artery. This way they can respond to things quickly. There's always dogs patrolling through here and things. And this road, this hallway here, this is probably outdoors actually. This will be indoors here. This will be outdoors. Is the prisoner artery where they get around. They come from their cell blocks over here and they walk down. They get their food. Then they walk over here, maybe go to class, and they go to workshop. Now, this might change. I might just move this, and as I buy the property over here, build this over here. I don't know. So, again, looking for your feedback there. There's going to be things I'm going to have to fit in. There's going to be things, I definitely going to need kennels. The idea here is I would like kennels to be, this is going to be a patrolled wall. Again, I'm trying to build space so that contraband can't so easily be thrown in. I don't know if that's even possible. You guys will have to tell me, or I'll quickly probably find out through experience. But obviously gonna have dogs patrolling through here because I am very scared of tunnels. They've made that much more difficult to find. So I want regular dog patrols coming through out here. I'll of course then look for flags, and we'll go from there if we see them. But yeah, that's gonna be, you know, I'd like to have a canine unit or a kennel off this wall so that the patrols can get right on these main tracks, again the big artery, and then outside along the perimeter, and then of course I'm gonna have them patrol through the middle as well. So I'm gonna have to find room for a kennel. Basically the idea here for me immediately is if these prove to be too much, like I used to use a lot of solitary because I actually had longer terms, so I always had people like waiting to go to solitary. You know, if this is too much, maybe I'll carve off a corner of this building, and then I'll make a room here for the kennels where the dogs can easily access. I'm gonna need security room for cameras. I think I also need a hub, something else I haven't worked with. The servos for the doors and things, I'm gonna have to kind of process trial and error, figure that out, but that's kind of what all this room here is for. And then again, remember, this is getting mirrored, so I have all this room to kind of play with as well. How the maximum security is going to differ, well, you see the cell blocks here. They're very Spartan little cell blocks, but these guys are going to have a little bit more freedom. They're going to be able to probably have a little more free time. They'll be able to move around a little more. They'll probably have some yard time, and they have communal showers up here. I'm not crazy about it. This is a little tight. But, you know, as I buy this property, I can make this bigger. They will have communal showers, obviously toilet in their cells. Down here, maximum security, no. They're going to have cell blocks where they have a shower in their cell. They're going to have less free time. They might not even have a yard. You know, there's going to be subtle little differentiations. But in essence, the infrastructure is going to, and the philosophy of the flow of the prison and things are going to be basically the same. But my main worry really is that this kitchen isn't going to work. And I hope that by having them so close, they will almost function as one kitchen. Only time is going to tell on that. It might be the downfall. It might work. I don't know. One other thing that kind of has me very much concerned is this is going to be expensive. So I might kind of paint myself into a corner with this expense of this and not be able to actually do what I want. Because like right here, I'm going to have to start out a couple of offices here. I'm going to have to build a building up over here for utilities, and we're going to get right into that very soon, but I wanted to really kind of cover my ideas in that first episode. You know, I'm going to build a hallway, or a building in essence, this whole length, and then get right into the kitchen, right up into the cell block. But I have to make sure it's secure, you know, and I have to have walls, and it's going to be, I can see already, like I'm worried that I'm going to build this cell block and all this, and I forget to put walls in it over here and stuff. So we're going to get into that in just a minute here, obviously. Again, I'm going to kind of just be noobing it up and trying to figure out what I'm doing, because I largely I don't even remember any of the controls. I don't know what may have changed, so we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to build this. Yes, that's fine. We're going to go in here. I'm just building these almost just to give me an, I don't know how this works again, so we're going to find out right here. That should be there. I'm going to start time in a second. Yeah, that's fine. And then I don't have to, oops. We're going to just get it moving slowly. Again, I kind of figuring out. We're going to go brick. We'll upgrade later. Yeah, I don't need the access there, do I? That's going to be that. And that's so, I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to think if I want this interior. I'm not going to make this interior just yet, but I'm going to build a wall down there. Wall down to there. And then actually wall this off. Trying to make things as secure as I can, and then this will be a wall. I'm gonna have to watch my money though, but let's get this guy working over here. I have the inmates turned off. I did remember that, learned that the hard way the last time. Again, I don't know how these walls kind of, you know, these walls kind of work. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, did I just ruin that? All right. Where are the doors? Staff door. Staff door there. That should get that going. Requires entrance. Again, jail door I want. Large jail door. Isn't that what I want? Not cheap, but that is part of the airlock that I like to do. So they're moving. I have to get rid of the trees. Alright, so utilities are all there. I'm going to let those rooms get built. We're going to speed this up. Again, I'm going to be noobing it up in the beginning. I apologize for that. Let's actually take a look at some of the grants we can do. Let's see. Basic detention center, holding cell, shower, yard. Yeah, we'll do that one first. That's a big one too. I can do two at once, right? Oops, what was that one? Hire a warden, build 2 offices. Yep, that's fine. So we'll take those two first, and then we'll move on from there. That gives me some immediate goals to turn to, and then actually like staff door. I should actually be building these offices first, because I think these are the ones I'm going to most likely use. I should, yeah, kind of. Let's put doors in there anyway. That's it. Doors are not all there. I don't have them here, do I? I don't even know. Did I just mess that up? I don't know. We'll see. Again, I got to refamiliarize how. Yeah, this doesn't look right, but that's true. I didn't build the walls. Familiarize myself with how it all works. I'm used to playing kind of voxel, timber and stone stuff, as some of you guys have known if you're watching that series. So it's always kind of getting to know the mechanics. Okay. So those are the offices. That's fine. Oh, okay. What I have to check that. They give you. I'm assuming they give you. Yep. Okay. So they give you upfront money to help build it. That's pretty cool. Okay. So that one's good. Now do you guys build this? We are building that. Okay. Oops. Did I just tell them to stop doing that? I think I did by accident, didn't I? Is that what I just did? Okay, again, learning the fundamentals. And that, okay, so utilities, we're going to do water. Does that have a particular... I'm just going to put it there so it's, in theory, easier to connect to the power. 5K. Alright, so what do I need here? We need a whole... That's all going to come quickly. Canteen, 2 chef's cards, 2 offices. Yep, let's do that. What was that? That was desk. Where's, again, I gotta remember how to do all this stuff. I don't know how it orients. It's like that way. Bookshelf, filing cabinet. Where's the chair? Not the electric chair. There we go. Okay, so that should get me the 2 offices, hire a warden, unlock finance, bureaucracy, hire an accountant. Okay, rooms again. I gotta always remember that because I forget that. Again, no idea where these things are. What color is office green? Chair, filing, accountant, chair, filing. Alright. I will... Actually, this sped up a little bit, isn't it? Alright, so let's get the power in before we run out of money. We'll just, that should be enough for now, no? Electric cable. See, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Take this guy out this way. We're going to try to mostly keep this in this artery, just because it's going to be easier for me to keep track of. Run the water right next to it, which is probably not a good idea. That's an investment. Obviously, that's going to cost more than it really has to. But I think it'll go... Actually, I think. Yeah, we'll go there. Yeah, we'll go this way. We'll do... It might prove some difficulties on the road. My thinking is when I bring the other utility up here, I want to run it there. Okay, so the offices are good. Staff. Warden. Mr. Warden. Mr. Warden, where are you, sir? There you go. There's no power. Okay, how do I do that again? Oh, there it is. Bureaucracy, right? And where? Finance. So get me the accountant. Unlock finance. There we go. So that's working. There's really not much more for me to do there. Those guys are building that. I think I'll leave it off here. I'm actually going to end episode 1. Seems like a good spot to stop, excuse me. I kind of laid out the plans for you. Let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. It's going to be a while before I can actually, build all this, obviously. I don't know how hard money's going to be and things like that. That's different from when I last played. But we're getting started here, and I'm going to continue and come right back for you with episode 2. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.